Have we switched over? Have we switched over? Have we switched over? Nope, we still have the same over. We are going to build a Lego. We're going to build this one. Luxo Jr. And we're going to do that on stream now. So let me know if this is switched over. Because I don't know if this is working. Is it going to be tiny? Oof. I think it's going to be tiny like this. Oh, come back, everybody. It says no viewers. It's working. Awesome. Awesome, bats. This lamp from Toy Story. It's really cool. Cool little box. What I should have done is gone like this. Oh man, I'll tell you one thing. If there's one thing I hate about like modern day Lego, it's the fact that you actually have to like destroy the box. I think we talked about this with the Game Boy box. You have to destroy the box. I don't like that. I don't like that. There was a time when I was growing up, at least, where the boxes could be preserved. And that time seems to have gone. And that sucks. Luxo lamp. Let's see. Not that you guys can really see that over there. Of course, my lighting kind of sucks here. But it is what it is. I can see chat up on my computer. Alright, we got 4 bags. 1. Obviously the lampshade. So those are cool pieces. Those are cool. We'll get to those. And the book. So we've got a little bit of work ahead of us. The book goes into, it's English and French and Spanish. It talks about the designer. It talks about animation, leaps and bounds, small lamp, big personality, stories built on curiosity, cool. And it goes right into the Lego pieces. And it looks like we're going to, great question. $613 pieces. 613 pieces. Not a big set, not an expensive set, and I don't have it yet, but there is a light mod to make it like an actual working lamp. So, it's not in my Amazon cart yet, but at some point, I imagine turning this into a real working lamp for my desk. I know I said that I would turn the Game Boy into a real working Game Boy, but from what I've seen, and I could use a real lamp over here because it is dark. From what I've seen from the Game Boy, the mod is not like quite there in terms of function, which I kind of suspected a little bit, in the beginning. It wasn't going to be, 100% just yet. But yeah. So welcome in. I hope this is a fun little build. I do wish I had a light over here. You know what? I'm going to go turn the other lights on. That is actually just set the fan. All right, that makes it a little bit easier to see over here. I don't know if it makes it weird behind you. With the light behind me, I don't know if that makes that weird. I feel like I don't have good front lighting, which is, whatever. All right. Well, we're here. Bats, is your internet working properly now? Camera angle seems fine. Okay. Wasn't sure if the light behind my head would be weird and or distracting. No more weird or distracting than myself. So bag number 1 is the ball. So we're actually going to build Luxo's ball first. And it's kind of interesting. Like right now, we're building some like inside pieces that the ball's going to, basically set out on. And, I feel like sometimes these inside things, it's like, okay, are you using certain colored pieces just because? Like, why are we using purples and blacks and everything? It's going to be hidden. Why not just use the blue and yellow pieces of the ball itself? I know why. Is it just me, or is blue bottom, yellow middle, pink top, and brown? Is that Woody? And white, green, peach, purple, Buzz Lightyear. Oh, man. Let me know when you're back. Are you back? I want to show you something, so I'm hoping you're back. Just let me know. Back. Awesome. Okay, so I literally just picked up this piece. So I was curious. I was like, why are we building these little inside things? Blue, yellow, peach with a little brown top, white, green, peach with a purple top. And I said to myself, I know what this is. That's Buzz and Woody. And then right on the page here it says, and I didn't see this because I wasn't really looking at it. I was looking at the pieces I'm building. It says, the miniature duo is inspired by Woody and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, 1995. Man, that's hard to believe. That's 1995. So there it is. Little Buzz, a little Woody, gonna be inside Luxo. And while you were in your ad break, I know, wait, that is really cool. That's super cool. That's like the inside of the Game Boy stuff. As I was building it, like the different buttons and different pieces. I love when Lego does stuff like that. So now we're building this little piece. I will try to pause still when you're on ad break, so again, just let me know. And then I wasn't... So these are little micro characters is what they're calling them. This is Sully. And then we're going to be building a little mini, basically like color representation of Mike Wazowski. So lime green pieces. I will say, and I think I said this with the Game Boy, it is hard to see the black pieces on my non-matte, my all-black desktop. But I feel like any color I would have, there would be bound to be pieces, Lego pieces, that would be similar. So here's our little mini representation of Mike Wazowski. So just the fine details of Lego sets, just the charm that brings, the little mini colors. Of course, Mike Wazowski's got his basically his giant eyeball. I love that Lego does that. I feel like that makes the build just that much cooler. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. Give me a second. Do you have a favorite Pixar movie while we're building this? Do you have a favorite Pixar movie? I think for me, series-wise, it's Toy Story. I really like the way that Toy Story 3 closes out everything. And I think they did a phenomenal job with those movies. They were pivotal in me looking into graphic design, web design, and my somewhat early career of 2D animation. I was just very much into the motion graphic visuals and found myself totally enamored with dropped a piece with Pixar. At least I think I dropped a piece. Yep, there it was. Dropped it. I'm not sure what my favorite Pixar movie is. Have to think about that. Yeah. I mean, I also love the creativity behind Monsters, Inc. The idea that monsters are afraid of us and afraid of a little girl, Boo. Spoiler alert for a probably 15-year-old movie or so. But yeah, I think, you'd be hard-pressed to say that Pixar movies, super influential in probably a lot of people's lives. Who do we think this one is? Gray, white, peach, brown. So someone with brown hair. And then we're making... This one is probably not as easy. But it's from a different Pixar movie than any of the ones we've actually mentioned. But it makes sense. Think about the white. And if you answer correctly, you will win today's prize. And the other one's just black. There is no prize, so sorry to break that one to you. Okay, so got this guy here, and then just it's actually just a little one, the gray one line. But super creative when you think about it on that one. But yeah, Pixar is, like, to me, storytelling, emotional, not really safe for moms when it comes to most of their stories. When it comes down to it. Other than maybe, we don't really know much about Andy's dad, so maybe he didn't make it. But ultimately, it's fine. Coco might be your favorite. Coco is really good. I think the overall, again, I think they're all great. I think there's multiple ones that I would say, oh no, actually that's my favorite, or that's my favorite. I was thinking about Coco earlier because I played that Spanish game yesterday on stream. Sopa, which was not very good. Okay, I can't tell if I'm supposed to find 2 little black pieces or brown pieces. And if it's 2 little black ones, I'm not seeing them. But I do see 2 little brown ones. Dark brown. I think it's dark brown. And if not, we're going to be digging back in to this section. This might actually be Coco. Did he have a yellow hat? Unless this is Wally, but Eve would have been white. Oh, Russell and Carl. Wait, Boaz. Boaz, Russell. Hold on. I'm really not getting that one. But it is dark brown. Was Carl wearing a brown jacket? Now I need to watch that. Wait, this is supposed to be peach, not yellow. The three yellow colors that they have, or the two yellow colors and the peach, are similar enough. Similar enough. I'm not really sure I'm understanding Carl in that one. Right? And then he has two yellow ones. Tell you one thing, the brick separator. Could have used that when I was growing up. I think we talked about this with the Game Boy many a times, using my teeth to separate Lego pieces. Honestly, probably part of my dental issues. Because, like, the yellow makes sense for Russell's, like, Boy Scout outfit. But maybe Carl's sweater. Maybe that's what it is. I like these little minis, though. That's a really creative idea to make the inside of this a little cooler. Okay. And then we need to put this one face up. And that one like that. And then Buzz and Woody go... Wait. Buzz and Woody this way. So there we go. Got the little minis. Yeah, I recall using my teeth. Yeah, I think we all did. We definitely all did. Okay, this is a piece that I think is really cool. Look, a nice little smooth triangle. Smooth triangle. Need 4 of those. And then we're doing these on the inside, so. How are you doing with things? Did you start that contract gig, or is that something that's still coming soon for you? Any update on that? I need a purple and a black. Oh, I'm going to smooth black. Then we need a smooth orange, a single black, and white. Wonder if those are supposed to represent characters too. Just viewed my application. I'm hoping to hear back in the next few days. Awesome. Hopefully that turns into something for you. I was just talking to Lego. Just kidding. I was talking to Lego. He has an interview this week with a place, and he's hoping, as one would when you apply, he's hoping that that turns into a job. He had a phone interview. Now he's doing an in-person interview. Okay. I don't know if you talk to him often. I feel like when I got my job that I have now, they did the hiring process right during, like, it was like the end of summer, and there was like a conference or something that they had done that ended up stalling the process for me because the managers were away at this conference, and no fault, whatever. Obviously I have that job now and I'm enjoying it. Oh, gotta make 4 of these. So it's back to back these pieces. Kind of wish I knew like the official names for Lego pieces. I kind of wonder what they call them around the office. Lego is a place that I would love to work. I don't know what part of Lego I would want to work. Maybe coming up with creative ideas. Yeah, at least I got that job. Yeah. And again, I think it was part of the process. Part of HR guy had just gotten back from vacation, and then other people went on vacation. And then there was like a conference that some people were on, or a trip or something like that, where it was like bringing people together. So then like the 2 people that needed to talk to me were not available, and all that. It happens. I'm really stoked to turn this thing into a light later. I was actually thinking about like, oh, should I have gotten that ahead of time and just built it all? But I kind of want to see it as the Lego set and then kind of do some research. I didn't really look to see like what light kit people were recommending, because there's a lot of them out there, and I don't want to get into this thing where I'm just getting a light kit to get a light kit, I want to make sure I find one that's recommended or going to work. And so there's a couple Lego groups I also belong to. There's a couple Lego groups I belong to, and I just want to make sure that it's like a good set, a good light kit. Not a good set. I know this is a good set. Ooh, people are home. What? They're home early. Might get loud. Hoping I can continue to stream. Was not expecting people this early. And then there's these little pieces. Look like little yield signs. Sounds like I did plan a bunch, I think. Oh wait. Triangle down. I just knew when I got this set that the idea of using it as a real light was intriguing to me. Not sure if you can hear them, but the family is home. which is fun. They're actually planning a trip this weekend without me, which is great. Oh, excuse me. They're going to go to New York City, and I am not. Just a girls' night, girls' day, whatever you want to call it. And I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. So now, putting the first, that's where we're at right now. Kind of the curvature of the ball starting. Very cool. House to yourself, nice. Well, yes and no. We're going to get to go to Millersville if you wanna. If you wanna. So let me know what you think there. I'm A-okay not going to Millersville, but I also know that people want to play some video games. So I'll make an announcement tomorrow. Yeah. I get that. Sometimes we just don't know what the days will be like. I'll tell you one thing today. I was feeling really tired. I took a really long nap after I was done at campus. You know what? I'm probably still at campus. Oops. Now I'm not. Yeah, so my plan is to check in with everybody, see who wants to go, and if I have, enough people to make it kind of worth the time and while, then I'll go. I'll take people. Because Millersville's fun. Bro was in 2 places at once. Always. Not really always. Okay, so I need 2 of these, where it's red, black. And I need 2 that are just red, black. Just the little ones. It's showing that I have currently 3 viewers. So I don't know, other than you bats, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's actually 3 real viewers, or if it's Nightbot, or whatever. Bibbidi bop. And one little one. That's just because I was talking to people and left campus and didn't check out. That actually happens probably more times than not. Me leaving campus, walking and talking to somebody, and not checking out. That's just who I am. It says you're the only viewer? Okay. That's fine. I think the other ones that are showing on my app on the live stream, it shows that there are 3, which is fine. One thing I do need to do, I have a freelance job to work on. I think I showed you some of that lawn care site. I need to start working on that. You know what? Did I jump ahead just assuming? No, I'm good. Alright. And then we're going to make more of these. Yeah, so I have that lawn care company site. Found some interesting stuff out with the company that I am freelancing for. I'm not going to talk about it. I can talk about it in person if you care. But it was good news for a friend of mine. And all that. Turning into a job change for him. But very good things in regards to that job change. It just impedes ever so slightly on the possibility of future work for me. But I'm also not in a place where I am... Yeah, it does sound interesting. It also... I'm not really in a place where I want or necessarily need freelance projects. I only took this one because it was one that I'd been talking with them for several months, which is, in my opinion, super crazy that it's taken this long, but thus is sometimes the situation. And this is really cool. I like how these come together to form the ball. I feel like, like round shapes and stuff like this is not something, when you think of Lego, you're not like, necessarily building a lot or doing a lot where that shape comes into play. Okay, so if I'm looking at Buzz and Woody, those are going to be the shorter ones. I don't know if that actually makes a difference. 2-minute ad break, okay? If there is anybody else here, let me know. Let me know. Because right now it doesn't seem like it. So I'm just clicking around, checking things out. Which is fine. Let me know. Let me know when those ads are done. We'll get you in. Let me know when you're back. Back? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know that. I got distracted on the internet. Alright, so this is where we're at. We're gonna keep the... Now we're putting these pieces on. So I got 4 of these. Go around the sides. And they simply snap into place. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could turn one of them the wrong direction. Just to be silly. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. So wait. The star piece goes... there? Does that not line up? I want the little... I don't think these line up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Found the one. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. That's awesome. And the ball actually rolls. Like, it does have a little bit of a weight to it. Cool. That's going to keep moving. We're going to have to put that over there. Bag number 2. Bag number 2. We're building the light. Building the light. I didn't realize my Donkey Kong was still on. Behind me. Did you not think it was going to roll? Well, you can actually set the lamp on top of it. So there is like a alteration. No, I knew it was going to roll. It has like a... I didn't mean to say a weight. It has a like shift to it because of the way that the inside is made. And so it kind of feels like the ball starts going one direction and then kind of turns. No, I knew it was going to roll. All right, let's get all the bags open. All the bags. Out there. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point I do have some family interruptions come up here. I don't know if they'll make cameos. They don't like to be on camera. I love these pieces. They're going to be the base pieces, it looks like. I feel like I can hear the lamp squeak sound. Like, I know exactly in my mind like what that sounds like. It's such an iconic opening. And I think it's like if a Disney movie happens that's an animation and it doesn't have Pixar behind it, it's like, you know, weird or whatever. Trying to think of what was the first Disney Pixar movie? Like after Disney purchased them. I feel like I have to think about that. So if you want to look that up, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really make that sound. But it just is such an iconic sound. And it's like, you know, there's certain movies that have an opening where you're just like, oh, I know I'm about to get, like, an awesome movie experience. Got these pieces here. No, that was, unless you're talking about, probably the first Toy Story, but I could be wrong about that. What do you mean? Like, Toy Story was just Pixar. Unless you're answering what's your favorite Pixar movie, but you said Coco. I don't really know what you're responding to. But Disney didn't always own Pixar. You weren't even born when Toy Story was made, which is kind of crazy. Or maybe you were just born? No. What did we say? 95? I don't think you were born. You were just a glimmer in someone's eye. Oh, man. I need to make 4 of these green pieces with the white. I think we're working on the base. Is what this feels like. 1, 2, 3. I'm curious, there's a Toy Story 5 coming out. Part of me is like, I wish that series would just be done. Move on. Tell a different tale. But I feel like there's so many toys in the world that there could be so many stories you can come up with. But I feel like it's lost its magic in terms of the small world that the toys and the whole, like, you know, Andy's coming and they fall down and they don't move and everything. I feel like it's lost some of its, you know. Toy Story was Pixar's first movie, yeah. Cars was the first one after the Disney buyout. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you for those facts. If you go to Millersville, are you gonna play in the Smash Brothers tournament? Would that be your plan to do that? Probably. Cool. Who would you main in the tournament? Would you play Joker? Would you play Inkling? Oh, also, Inkling or Roy. Okay. Are you going to play any of the Splatfest this weekend? There is a chance Bailey will get on. So I'm going to tell her to get in there's a spooky Splatfest. She's Team Ghost. I don't know if that makes a difference. In matching up with people. She's Team Ghost. But are you thinking about playing any Splatoon? I forgot that there was a Splatfest, but sure. Okay. So how does that work if you have friends? Can you not play with them if you have chosen a different... Because I kind of forget, because it has been... I actually don't even know if I've played any Splatfest. I believe it's this weekend. It might be next weekend. But yeah. Sounds like one of my daughters might also be singing. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna test it out this weekend, okay. So that's what I got going on so far. Got the base plate for the lamp. putting that in. I got some little pieces I need to try to make here. Now I don't know if they're trying to make some kind of little design on the inside. Base of the lamp. It is colorful. It is colorful. I feel like they've, done up the inside for reasons. Okay. So that goes here. Let's turn a little bit. And then this one here. I also need to get back to the guys at Just Press Play about our event, and confirm with them some of the things. I don't know if you heard me say we are probably going to provide pizza and waters for the event. And then I would also like to make sure that we have a table designated for food for us to eat at as a group. Because I want to keep that stuff away from the video games, and also just secure it that it's our food. It's not going to be something we're sharing, with randos. So I need to confirm that, and then I need to get tables. Yeah, I need to get tables. So part of my tomorrow night is to confirm that. I don't know if you saw. Did you play the story of Luigi's Mansion 3? I posted something about it, and get back here, little guy. Did I? So need 2 of these orange ones. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. These little tiny stud pieces are sometimes cumbersome to be able to pick up. I feel like they're gonna like pinch out of my fingers and go flying, which obviously isn't good. Okay, so speaking of the colorfulness, that's the base still. Working on that. And then we're going to put a bunch of these little pieces, like half circle pieces. I need 8 of those, which looks to be like all they gave me. And those are going to probably help secure the top plate once we put these little pieces on. You were about halfway through the story. Okay. Well, I was hoping that people who haven't played it would play. So it looks like there was a couple guys that responded back that haven't played it. So I want to give them a chance to play. And it'd be fun to, have a couple people play through, some of the story, get a feel for the game. So we can have that going on tomorrow night. Need 4 of those made. It's kind of funny when these pieces are turned this way. They look like a whole different piece in my mind. Okay. as Lego does. Yeah, I mean, I've played through the whole thing. I really enjoyed the game. I think story-wise or, gameplay-wise, Nintendo, did a phenomenal job with it, and I really like it. It's a lot of fun. I love the addition of Luigi. Spoilers for anyone listening that hasn't gotten that far yet, but he's in the promotional material, so shame on you. Sorry, I'm just gathering all the pieces that I need to make the 4 of these. I'm going to do the same thing 4 times. So some of the pieces I need 8 of them. And it looks like this is going to be like the curved part of the base. And then, so like these will all connect and go around the base like this. And then this piece here will connect the top. That's how Legos work. Lego. I don't harp on people for saying Legos. I think there's other things in this world that are worse to say than pluralizing the word Lego. 2 Legos. How's my volume been while I've been talking through this? I feel like, building a Lego versus playing a game, it's not necessarily easy to stay entertaining, because I'm also kind of like focused on like not messing up. I know I messed up, building the Game Boy, and I want to make sure that, I'm doing this correctly. So cool, volume's good, awesome. I don't know what else to talk about. I've had a pretty chill couple days. Still in the midst of that Vimeo organization project. I think I talked to you about that. We're just, slowly working through that. I had a new alumni page to make for Family Life. All right, so we've got our base here. And then, like I said, we're going to connect in those pieces all around, just as I had thought. Were you in the space when I was talking about a Harry Potter movie, like, multiple days? So there we go. We got our little circle base. And then we're just going to pop these in. Looking at doing Harry Potter series over probably 8 or so nights, just based on how many movies there are, and probably only getting to watch 1 a night. You're not there for that. There are Harry Potter movies. I don't know if you know this. Harry Potter is based off of a book series. Yeah, so we're gonna put together. I'm gonna talk to Summerall and figure out when this could happen. But we're looking at multiple nights over the course of like 8 to 9 weeks. And depending on scheduling and everything, I might actually have to go into next year, just based on the availability. I'd like to hold it in the basement of the LRC, up on the big wall. Look at you asking questions as I'm answering them. Craziness, I say. Yeah, so LRC, ideally, just because the bigger the the big wall, so it'd be movie night. It'd be open up for everybody, for the whole campus, so they can come and watch, sit and chill, and enjoy the movies. So yeah, just started talking through that. There's a bit delay in terms of sending and you seeing it. Yeah, I know. Is that how the internet works? Is that how live broadcast works? So I got this little piece, this little ball joint there going on. And then we've got the base of the lamp going on. It's interesting, it locks into place there. Not sure really what the reason is there. Yeah, so Harry Potter movie, showing it over the course of several weeks, I imagine. And it seemed like, when I threw the idea out there, it seemed like there was a good bit of people from the club that wanted to do that. So I'm thinking maybe like, the possibility of like a Tuesday night thing. I think it'd be good as just, leading up to finals. And maybe we do half of them now. So maybe we do, maybe we do half of them now. And then come back in the spring to do the other ones. Cool little piece. Kind of feels like a flotation device. Did that just sit there? It just sits there. I don't like that. It's kind of weird. Hey. Wait. Why do we not use this thing? Oh. There we go. Cool. All right. Got a lot of little studs over here. I feel like when I build Legos sometime, I'm like, this is like IKEA, where like I missed a step, and now the little Swedish man is like, hey, where's that piece that fell? Got it. I feel like it's like IKEA, where you're like, do I have extra? Where did all these extra pieces come from? You little Swedish drawing guy. There are tons of little silver. I don't know if you can really see those. They do shine. They are the actual silver ones. I know. They always include extra. But then I'm like, how many extra? How many is too many? I mean, there's no such thing as extra. Too many extra Legos. Oh gosh. These little pieces are gonna just roll. So now we're building the hinge system. So when I opened up this bag, it's basically like the little hinge system for the lamp. A lot of white pieces. This part of the lamp has a ton of little tiny pieces. Got ourselves our first kind of hinge looking piece. Sometimes I think when I'm building these on my desk that I should have little cups to put these in. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea. I want one with 3 pieces in the center. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea. So I do like how the last couple Lego sets I've built, they have color-coded the piece that's new a infinite time more so better than they used to. Infinitely more so better. Oh, ad break. Pause. 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 Let me know when you're back. Let me know if you're here. We're building Lego. How about that? How about that? And we're having fun. I think that's the biggest thing. Having fun. You know, it'd be really funny. Storm Chaser! You know what the elf said when the orc stole his Lego? No. I don't. But I know you're going to tell me. I knew it had something to do with Legolas. Ad breaks over. Welcome back. Just started building this piece. I didn't realize you were gone. So, I didn't want to keep progressing. Lego Lass. He was Lego Lass. Yeah, so we're here building this Lego. Storm, I don't know if you got to see any of it, but here's the base. Here's the base. Here's the ball. This is a lovely project. This is lovely. There's some really cool details on the inside. They have you... Wait, are these... Okay, they're the same gray. I need 8 of these. That's why I was like... Are these all the same color? They have you building out little tiny miniatures of Woody and Buzz and Sully and Mike and Lewis and the other guy, the old man from Up. They have you building all these little miniatures, and Remy and the dude from Ratatouille. So yes, indeed, very cool little details. That is so cool, so cool. Favorite character from Toy Story? Oof. I mean, I feel like it's probably Mr. Potato Head. I just think he's hilarious. I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. Like, that line gets me every time. Ham is fun. The naivety of Rex and, like, I love Rex in Toy Story 2. That one time when he's, like, spamming through... Because he's, like, playing the video game, like, being super upset, and he's, like, a child. And then he's, like, spamming through the channels, and he's like, nope, we're gonna pass it. We'll get it, we'll get it back around or whatever. And going through all that, I love Rex in Toy Story 2. But yeah, I would say Mr. Potato Head. I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. And Ham are just great. So great. But there's like so many. Yes, exactly. They were great characters, but there's also so many great characters. What in the heck did I do? Oh, no, I was on the right. But like, I feel like you can't go wrong naming a character. Like, they're all good. The voice actors were so good. I feel like, and there's so much iconic characters that, like I was saying earlier with Bats, like there's just parts of Toy Story that are like part of movie character history. And it's one of those things where it's like, if they ever, like, I hate to use the term, but if they ever like reboot it and want it to, you know, kind of start over, there's just no... Yeah, I would agree. Buzz Lightyear, you know. So here's what. When you asked me favorite characters, I intentionally did not want to pick Buzz or Woody, because I think Like, not that your answer is less or whatever. I was aiming for like a secondary or tertiary character. But no, I would agree. Buzz Lightyear has some of the best character growth. Okay, working on a little arm here for the lamp post. But yeah, I would agree. Buzz, the and even just the callbacks throughout all the movies. I still remember all the emotions that were like running through me when they were in the fire, and I thought, one, I was like, I can't believe Army Men were great. Yeah. I was like, I can't believe they're going to like kill in the movie these characters in this furnace. Like, part of me was just like, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna, you know, like fade to black or something. And then the way the characters all held hands to keep each other safe, I was like, that too right there is like an iconic scene. Now, not much can be said about Mr. Spell, you know, because he didn't talk. He just spelled out his words. But still, very iconic in terms of the look and feel and the little part that he did play. What was it? Ken in Toy Story 3 was hilarious. Even Duke Kaboom, was great. I think Forky was funny. I know some people have their complaints about Toy Story 4 and like, why do we have it? And like I was saying earlier, like, we're getting a 5th movie. Why are we getting that? I don't know. But Forky asked a question. Those little shorts were really funny. I thought even like the... Wait, are there different ones of this? Oh, there are. They've got ones that go left and right. All right, so smoothing out this hinge piece here. But yeah, I mean, I could talk for days. I will say it's been a while since I've sat and watched them all. I've also probably literally talking about it as you posted that. That's also, yeah. It has been a hot minute. It has. I agree. I feel like the newer one, 4, I haven't seen enough of. I think ultimately I liked it, but I also think it's just not. Yeah, and when I say I haven't watched them recently, I've still probably have seen them within the last, 4 or 5 years. I still remember we went to see... I know, that was Shrek. I was going to say we went to see Toy Story. We talked about Toy Story, and we might have watched it in class in one of my graphic and web design classes. My teacher was an animator before he came and taught graphic design, web design, and was all about traditional 3D or that intro 3D animation back in the day. That would have been like maybe when Toy Story 2 was out. We were talking a lot about it a lot. But yeah, I mean, great movies. There's so much that could be said. Now I'm putting on the little shinies. The little bolts, I guess they would be. Again, I'll tell you, picking up the little tiny studs. I feel like I'm just going to pinch one just a little too much, and it's going to go flying. Or it's going to fall like that. Caught it. Caught it. Thing is, I don't really have a flashlight because I'm using my phone to broadcast this. And so, welcome into my live stream. But Toy Story is also just one of many Pixar movies. There are multiple iconic Pixar great movies. Wait. Okay. That's just one side. I just built one side of this thing. Oh my goodness. You should see all the pieces I have right here. You can see them right there. There's so many. So many. I really just want to put the lampshade on. I just want to put the lampshade on. We were talking a little bit ago, Coco. I think the music of Coco is some of Pixar movies. Caught it. Some of Pixar's best. I also feel like I'd have to like really think through like rating like which ones made me cry the most. Because the answer is probably all of them or most of them. But like, yeah. I mean, Toy Story hit the feels. Yeah. They all hit the feels. Finding Nemo had its moments. Bug's Life had its moments. I would say Bug's Life was probably maybe one of the more out there, underrated ones, in my opinion. It's kind of got a lot to say about did I mess up? Oh no, I gotta put 3 more of these on. I feel like A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life. I feel like A Bug's Life has a lot to say about the contemporary climate of politics and elites and corporate government greed and some of that stuff. And I feel like that one was like above its pay grade in terms of a kids movie. A lot of Pixar movies are like this. There's a movie for a kid there, and then there's a movie for the parents to hopefully learn from, grow from. Oops, push that all the way through. There we go. The social commentary in most of the Pixar movies, usually pretty spot on. All right, got that piece in. So we're here. Putting that one here. Character growth of someone who is not as strong but used his brains to overcome trials. Exactly. Ants looked at as weak and to an extent, worthless or taken advantage of to get the job done. For sure, a standout movie. There are more tinsy tiny pieces in this set than the Game Boy set, I believe. A lot of little just single studs. The circles, which can be mildly difficult to pick up, hold on to, etc. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Flip. Got any plans coming up? Sorry. The old wasp that came to help was so touching at the end. The old wasp. Okay. Trying to think of the old wasp now. I do remember, I believe. I believe. Sorry. The old wasp. Now you're making me think. I have to do that. Is that what I needed to do? Put those two in side by side. Yep. A lot of little tiny pieces. It's all right. I'm liking this. I am live streaming, just so you know, on my phone. Well, I'm doing my Lego.
Cool.
Yeah. You would know I was live streaming if you were following me on Twitch, just like you are. Sorry, just trying to taunt the wife. Do you like watching plays? I would say maybe. My kids are going to be in one. Coming up in like 2 weeks. Yes, dear. I have seen some. I saw one at the Fulton. I've gone to Sight and Sound. Those were musicals, though. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch a play on my own accord, on my own volition. You don't need to hold me hostage to go to it. Typically, I'll enjoy, that kind of stuff. Haven't seen anything like Broadway, as far as like Broadway musical, Broadway play. Yeah. But my kids are into them. Okay, so this goes here. This. What kind of sorcery is this? Where does that go? Here? Huh. I guess that's... Okay, so only that part moves. Hey, there's the scary lady. Ah! Clip that, Jack. I don't really care if you do or not. Whatever. I love plays. They're great. I like the ones that have dinner and then a play. Dinner and a show. Watched White Christmas one year. The Elf. And ha ha ha. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. Is this one the one that has a quarter? No.
No.
Is that this chord? Sorry. I'm being asked.
Do it right now.
Well, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it at all.
I know.
There you go.
Thanks.
mean, I've seen the White Christmas movie. Is the show like that, or is the play like that? Okay, I'm supposed to set this aside. This is where we're at so far. We got some moving pieces here. And this pile is not nearly as big as it used to be, which is what's supposed to happen, because you're supposed to be building Legos. I feel like White Christmas was like one of my stepmom's favorites. You have a ways to go. I have a ways to go. I have a whole nother bag here, but this is the lamp portion. So, anyways, where was I? I hear my daughters. I'm also a little hungry, so I might need to go get a snack. But we got to finish this. So we need to focus. Because I don't really want to eat on stream either. I just don't like eating too close to bedtime, and it is 9:40. My daughters don't have school tomorrow, right? No, they have a half day. It's the next day. Friday, they don't have school. End of marking period, I believe, or something like that. Oh, I should see if they want to come to club. You were telling everyone what your favorite Christmas movie was? Was I? Favorite Christmas movie. I mean, I like the classics like Charlie Brown and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But those are short movies. Just so you know, I'm live streaming. I'm on camera. But way to trick me into that one. What other favorite Christmas movies do I have? What's up? Do you want to be on camera?
Well, I wanted to do my ear thing.
I'm using my phone here, so unless you want to download the app.
Too lazy.
So.
Don't let him buy any more Legos.
I have another Lego set coming. Wait, which Grinch? We have seen all three. I prefer the original Grinch, not the Jim Carrey or the animated. I have another Lego coming in, like, sorry, now I can't think. Kids. Night, Bailey, I love you. Now she's just being silly. I got the DeLorean Lego, the new DeLorean Lego. So it's a smaller set. It was only like $30. So it'll be, fairly tiny. But I have that to build. So I'm looking forward to that one. Nice little tiny build. Probably I'll build that on stream as well. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Lego to sponsor a stream. Doubtful, but would be super cool. Man, could you even imagine if I got a sponsored stream, let alone Lego sponsored? I mean, I guess technically, I get sponsored by the different video game publishing companies to play their games. Someone might call that sponsored. But I'm not getting paid. I'm getting a game. They're getting advertising. What's up, JT? Welcome in. We are building the Luxo Jr. lamp Lego set. 613 pieces. I've got the ball already made. We've got part of the base already made. Got some moving pieces too. And we got a lampshade shell here. But yeah. Well, I know I could do it, Storm. I just don't know how I get that connection made. That's the thing I don't know. Okay. Sorry. I had a brain fart of like... Where was I? Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I'm not... I just don't know how I get that connection. So I'm not, like, putting myself down. Sorry if it sounded like that. I was just kind of being realistic, as in, like, I don't have a connection right now with Lego, and I don't know how I would make that connection or how they would even find me. So if somebody has an uncle that works at Lego and they want to send me some sets to review, DM me and I will send you my address so that you can send them to me. Because what I do have happen is I get reached out to almost every stream. Somebody on like Twitter will send me a message, and then if I engage with that person, 9 times out of 10 it's somebody that wants to help me improve my stream by creating graphics for me for a set fee. And I'm like, listen, honey, I am a graphic designer, web designer, developer. If I really wanted to promote my stream in that way and make better graphics, have little icons. 2 minutes of ads. Does everyone get ads at the same time? You don't have one. Okay. Wonder how that works. I wonder if it's just when a person comes into stream, their timer starts, and then they get ads based on when they started streaming. JT, do you have ads? If you're still here. All right, got that part made. Cool. 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 Oh, got a little front bumper to put on. A little bumper piece. That. It's right down there. Right there. Little bumper. Makes it nice and smooth. Are you back? Are you back? Are you back, Jack? Let us know. Other Christmas movies that I like Elf, and Jack will tell you, Bats will tell you, sorry, I keep doing that. Bats will tell you I quote Elf every Monday and Thursday. Whenever somebody leaves, what do I say? Bye, so-and-so. Hope you find your dad. I mean, quoting a narwhal twice a week, at least. Yeah. And tonight we were actually talking about it, or earlier today we were talking about it, because my daughter was about to put a bunch of concoctions of food together. And one of that was like they were making ramen noodles. So then it was like the noodles, like the spaghetti. And then she was like, well, what if I do like Dr. Pepper and the noodles? And I was like, gross. And I was like, okay, buddy. And she understood that reference. Have you watched Elf with your kids? Because I feel like Elf is actually a pretty kid-friendly movie. Unless, of course, you don't want them throwing snowballs at bullies and being silly. With their friends. Like if they have friends. I don't know. Maybe they don't have friends. But yeah. Okay. The others, wait. The others don't like it? As in, they don't like the movie Elf? Dude, you need to get other kids. Like, that's just weird. So I just built that little front hinge piece here that just slides in there. Yeah, get other kids. The younger ones yeah, they definitely, what happened to their humor? Oof. Yeah, man. Well, hopefully it gets better. I think Elf is great. I mean, again, there's classics like Rudolph. I'm a big Charlie Brown's Christmas fan. Those are short Christmas movies. You know, if you're not looking, Home Alone's great. But again, Home Alone may not be good for younger kids. Polar Express, yeah, that's fun. I still feel like the uncanny valley of the eyes kind of gets me. That's one I feel like if they remade and upped the animation quality, I could see that one like looking really good in a remake. But Muppets Christmas. Can we talk about Thanksgiving movies? Halloween movies even? Before that? Before Thanksgiving? I don't know why you jumped to Christmas. Were we talking about something that made you jump to Christmas? I'm not a big scary movie person, so I don't necessarily know that I have like a thought there. I do like the movie It. Is probably one of my most favorite scary movies. So we just added that top piece now, so that turns. Come on up. I am live streaming. I am on camera. Okay. I don't know what you know. Insert Ober jump scare clip here. Yes, exactly. Ober jump scare. Morgan, what do you need?
It's Bailey.
Oh, Bailey, what do you need? Well, where's Mom at? Don't say it. Okay. Mom is in this room. She probably doesn't want to make any noise. Alright, now we're working on this little piece here. If anybody wants to get me a snack. What? I'm really hungry.
What do you want?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what I want.
I want my two front teeth. I know.
Storm, do you like scary movies? Or Bats, do you like scary movies? Okay, you normally put up your Christmas tree in October. That's fine. Fun fact: our Christmas tree has not gone down in 2 years, maybe
Our
more.
Christmas tree's down.
What?
It is down.
Well, now it's down, but it was up for like 2 years,
2.5.
2.5 years. But now it's down. That was mostly out of laziness. Scooby-Doo Halloween. Good night, creepy child. Your breath smelled good.
Thank you. I brushed my teeth.
You brushed your teeth.
Okay, kid.
That is my go-to. I do like it. 2017. Yeah. Like, I'm just not a big scary movie watcher. And that's okay. You don't have to. Alright, so that piece goes up in there. See it from that side. I agree. I just don't... I tend not to just want to be thinking about those things. So that's why I don't really watch scary movies. We watched in Club The Nightmare Before Christmas not too long ago. Was that just last year? Yeah, that was last year because we were in Schwam. And really enjoyed that. I hadn't watched that movie in so long. Yes, exactly. If the terror or horror, like, and I don't like ones, especially if the horrible things that are happening and going on are like too close to like what could realistically happen. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to really talk about it because then it just makes me think about those things. I just don't need to be putting those things in my mind. Cool. Another top hinge piece, and not a lot of pieces down here. And it says open up bag 4. So we're getting close to the final bag. Here's where we're at. Kind of have this hinge piece going on. Kind of curious how that... Oh, I guess eventually we will put a little spring thing in there to prevent that from just falling down. Cool. All right. So we're going to shift to bag 4. I used to like the Disney Halloween movies. Oh, man. Like I said, I just don't need to be having those things in my mind.
So your wife's scary enough.
My wife is scary enough, she said. I'll just rewatch that clip of the game where you scared me. I was hoping to be done this a lot sooner, but I probably played Donkey Kong for too long before switching gears, and then I had to get set up. Oh, man. Got a couple pieces that are going to roll again, so I got to be careful. Oh, Bats, look what they did. They put these 2 little rubber bands in this giant piece of cardboard. Really hope this is recyclable. I mean, it is a cute little box. I don't know if it's recyclable. Okay. So we actually do have rubber bands, and they go in these little sprocket pieces. My daughters are being loud. They're having fun. Have you had deep fried turkey? I don't know. Have I? Lee? Have I had deep fried turkey?
No. Maybe.
Lee says no. Maybe. Would I know if I had deep fried turkey? Wait, are you saying yes I did? Oh, look at that. Look at that spring. Oh, that's so creative. It's a little bit of a pain to get in there. Are you saying yes I have?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever had it. I don't think any of her aunts have made it. Should they be making it? Storm Chaser? Is it life-changing? Here's what I don't like. You kind of have to yoink those rubber bands. There we go. I've had like a giant turkey leg, and I was eating it and I was pretending it was dinosaurs. Huh?
That wasn't deep fried.
That wasn't deep fried. Yeah. Okay, that's one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. That is a very cool spring. I agree. I agree. Is this the one? That is the one. The coolest of springs. The springiest of springs. It's dangerous to deep fry it. We did it 1 year, and I think it was okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Bats, I agree. The coolest spring. I think that makes the lamp for me. That and the little mini pieces that were in the inside. Truly makes that piece really cool. Oh, I got 3 of these. Right there. I just noticed this, and maybe they've been doing this for a while in the books, but there's a little progress line at the bottom down here. Shows how much more you have to go. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's new. I'd have to look in my Game Boy one. I imagine it's in there because that sets, from this calendar year. Oh, good, they're crying. All right, got that little piece. I think it's going to be the inside of the lamp. You know what's not new? My kid's not leaving each other alone. Oh, man. Cool. Is this like the lamp fuse, like I don't know the parts of the lamp. The inside, the bulb. I don't know. Maybe it is. Alright, need this one. The red one. And this white piece here. And that goes here. There we go. Maybe not the inside of the light bulb, but it's like the inside of the lamp head. Got this circle piece here. So, if anybody wants to share the link for this video once it's posted with Lego and get me some recognition, that'd be awesome. Okay, so now we're taking the lampshade. It's got some pieces in it. We're just gonna pop those in to one of them. So one of the light kits that I saw, so we're just popping that into one of them, actually used little touch strips that when you touched on the outside, it recognized, I don't know if it's like the motion of it or something, but then it set the little LED light off. And I was like, I kind of want that. So my eyes are on it. If I do take this apart to make the light kit, I'll live stream that as well. Okay. And then, so we're putting the back of the lamp on. Right like that. That's the inside. And then this just lines up. Clicks into place. And then it goes. Very cool. I love this piece. That's so cool. And then I need this on the back. So, got the back and the inside. We're going to set that off to the side. Now we're building the light bulb piece. So here's the little light bulb piece. So pretty much once I get this finished, I am going to be done with stream. So if there's anything you want to ask me about this set in particular, or just life in general, let me know. I will say next week, well, I do plan on streaming again this week. I don't know when that will be because there are a couple things going on. Friday right now, I might be taking a group of students to an esports event. And I say might because I don't have confirmation from everybody except for Bats. And he's even a maybe. And so if I am not going to that, if I am home, I will probably stream most of Friday night because the ladies in this house are going away. And they're going to go to New York City. And so that means I can play video games. I'm just making the bulb here. And that just clicks right in. Close that up. And there we go. That's the light. And then this clicks in there. And now there's like a little base to make. So I'm just gonna You okay over there?
Video.
Inappropriate. About crime.
Yeah. You're gonna commit crime.
Commit crime.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's a little child.
Oh, I see. This is the base for the ball to sit on. So that if you take the... Alright. So here we go. If you take off the top and bottom piece of the ball, you set that there. That way the light can sit on top of it. And oh, that's awesome. So there we go. That is Luxo Jr. From start to finish, on stream. I think ultimately I will probably keep it so that the ball is sitting, maybe not on this base plate, but somewhere with the lamp on my desk. Love it. All right. Well, that's it. It's late here, so brave little toaster. Really, Storm? No. This is the Pixar Luxo lamp. Duh. You know, the one that goes. And then it goes. I love it. It's so cool. It has and just this little springiness to it. Such great personality. Great sound effects. Thank you. I try hard with my sound effects. That's not the only sound effect that I do, but it's the one that felt most appropriate tonight. All right, everybody. It's late. I've got kids going to bed, and I still want to get a little something to eat. So appreciate you joining in on the stream. Hope this has been fun. Not gonna rate anybody, but 2 hours building a Lego set, a lot of fun. I'll post this up later. Appreciate you so much. Have a good night. Ober out.